Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, May 23rd, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I consciously connect to wisdom. And today we have pretty much a quiet astro day. We have the moon shifting into Taurus and making one connection in the evening. However, we are in the dark of the moon, so we're in the time building to the new moon. So the dark of the moon is time when emotions may surface. Now it's interesting because the dark of the moon always connects with the sign that we just worked through. And so the sign we just worked through is Taurus energy. So if there's anything yet incomplete with those Taurus lessons that we just moved through, if there's anything incomplete that needs to be looked at around your worth at this time, this is the time when it's going to surface. So be really sensitive and in tune with anything that may come up for you. Now, I do feel like this may be bringing up some consciousness in how you show up. We are connecting to consciousness with the sun in Gemini. And speaking of connecting to consciousness, the moon is actually connecting to Mercury today. That is the lone aspect that is happening today. This connection is happening in Taurus, so there's that Taurus energy of worth, and it's 8 degrees. How are you showing up? And that's what I really am getting from these cards that I have here. I'm going to give you some interesting perspective. I have the Creativity card, which is the Empress in reverse, and I have the Outsider in reverse, and I have Compromise in reverse, and I have Ordinariness in reverse, all leading to We Are the World. And what I'm getting for this is there may be some kind of situation in your life around your worth where maybe in the past you have compromised yourself and you have either, there's two ways of looking at this Outsider card. You've either gone through the gate that you weren't meant to go through. Although when I say that, I'm like, you weren't meant to go through it. You had to go through it for a lesson, but maybe you didn't want to necessarily go into that lesson. So you either went through a gate there was a gate there for a reason, or you're keeping yourself out based on how you're parenting yourself. It may be related to how you were parented in the past, but now as an adult, it's all on you to parent yourself now. So this is a call, these cards, to not just sell yourself short, give away your gifts, give yourself away willy-nilly, and compromise yourself because the world has told you this is how you need to show up and be. This is really a call to honor yourself. So whether you go through that gate or whether you're meant to stay out of that gate, really honoring yourself by attuning to your worth, by consciously connecting to your wisdom and showing up in the manner that respects you. That's what I'm really getting in and through these cards with this energy. So you may be tested around that. I don't really like to say tested, but that may come up. So really notice, wait, is this like a threshold that I'm meant to cross? Or is there a gate here for a reason keeping me out? How am I meant to show up for myself? How am I meant to parent myself in through this so that I'm not compromising my worth, so I'm not compromising my gifts, so I'm honoring who I am so I can best show up in my full worth in and through this world. So really notice this. And this is going to be ongoing in through the dark of the moon over the next couple days. So like I said, there's nothing else really going on, but this is a time to tune into and hone the wisdom. And if you want, Nikki and I just recorded GPS right before this, and we, definitely got into description of wisdom at the end. Now, this other card that I pulled, I'm going to read this for you. Egyptian Eagle. I am pulling it from the Path of the Soul card. I was feeling Path of the Soul-y with this energy, with this expansion. There's meant to be an expansion. And this is the thing. When you respect yourself, when you honor yourself, you expand in your field. Sometimes we're like, I'm going to be punished if I don't do things the way the world wants me to do. No, when you're honoring yourself, you will expand. You will fly on the wings of an eagle. So this card is card 40, Egyptian Eagle. This is the time to release all your past ideals that no longer serve you, those past compromises. If you have been doing inner work, this card represents its completion and a shift into the new. If you are just beginning, this card represents that it's time to really dive in and begin this work. As we make these great life shifts, those who were once close seem to drift away. Take time to thank them for the lessons you have shared. Egyptian Eagle offers you the higher perspective and the viewpoint. So really tune in, not just from that reaction perspective. So often we fall into that reaction perspective. This is what's happening and I'm going to react. And often we repeat patterns over and over in that way. But really notice, is this for me? Nikki said this in GPS. Does this serve me? And really let that be your guide along with recognizing your worth. Now, the last thing I want to mention really quick is this North Node energy in Leo. The heart guidance is very important at this time, really listening to, honoring the wisdom of your heart, and as it feeds into your consciousness and as it feeds into your worth energy. We are getting lessons right now that we're going to be working with that eclipse energy. So really letting the wisdom of the heart infiltrate and light up the fire. Light up the fire within you that helps guide you in and through this. So, simple, easy, to the point, chill day. Ground in and listen to yourself and know your worth. You are worthy of a beautiful, divine life with your purpose fulfilled. That is it for today. Book a reading if you want to dive in deeper, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.